Hey folks, it's Wednesday. What's the best way to get over hump day than with a Titan beer? And of the Titan beers, no, there's not many near the top ahead of Equilibrium. They're definitely up there. This is part of the Fractal series. Mosaic and Amarillo, checking in at a solid 6.8%. So I would say we check this out and see what it's all about right after the theme song. Welcome on into a new year here at the Midland studio with yours truly, Nutmeg 2 Palmetto. That's right, first week of 2023. First Wednesday for going on a few weeks. I'm going to have Wednesday be a big name day. So we'll name drop, review big time breweries, big time beers. And that's what we're going to, that's going to be the early theme so far this year on Wednesdays. Not many bigger names than Equilibrium out of Middletown, New York. This is an IPA at a very moderate 6.8 alcohol percentage, part of the Fractal series. Now I've reviewed the Double Fractal series on the channel before, actually on my birthday last year. This is, I don't know if you call it the single Fractal series, but just the regular Fractal series. This is hopped with Mosaic and Amarillo. Ooh, I do love me some Amarillo. And a new thing this year, taking a page out of my man John's book over at Distilled, Brewed, and Reviewed. This is an IPA. I'm sure it's probably going to be a hazy. So if you like what I said about IPAs, and IPAs are your thing, or you're just kind of starting to get into beer and you think you might want to check out some more IPAs, the first comment down below, pinned, will be a link to the playlist that has been all the IPAs or even all the hazies that I've reviewed on the channel before. They'll all be stacked up going down the list. So if IPAs are your thing, go ahead and when I'm done with this, drop it into the comments. See that first pinned comment. It will be a link to the playlist for all other beers of this style. A little bit on Untapped. It classifies actually not as a New England style IPA, which is a little interesting because when you think of Equilibrium, you think of hazies, right? And when you think of hazies, you think of New England style. This is American IPA. 6.8, just as the can says, no IBU listed. 2,351 total check-ins, 2,146 unique check-ins. Get this, a global ranking of 4.14. So people like this, and Equilibrium does typically make absolutely killer stuff. You will very rarely be disappointed by Equilibrium. Anything we got in the can before I get into the blurb? Help us ensure cold chain, purchase cold, trade cold, keep cold. If it's not cold, ask why. Brewed and canned at Equilibrium Brewery in Middletown, New York. No other specs. Government warning, recycle, hashtag think NY, drink NY. Equilibrium. I'm lucky that Equilibrium makes its way down here sometimes, so I get a little bit of a flavor there. The blurb on Untapped, of course, Fractal Mosiac Amarillo investigates the interplay between a new hop combo. New? I've had this combo before. Fract, maybe to them. Fractal Mosiac and Amarillo pours a resinous hazy straw yellow, releasing aromas of orange, lemon, lime, and earthy grapefruit. The taste is mango, sweet stone fruit, and berry, leading the way with a light and lemony grassy note at the end. The finish is light and creamy with a rounded bitterness, making this a perfect warm weather crusher. Well, can't so much say the weather's very warm right now, but I guess in the south it's a little warmer this time of year than it is in New York. So what do you say? We find out what the Fractal series is all about and crack this open. Crisp. Top this off. Nice, beautiful orange, rich, hazy color. Oh, almost got that all in. Almost got that all in. Look at that big, rich, thick, creamy, frothy head. Brought to you by the Hard Pour, of course. Super orange color. How does Wayne's beer delivery do it? Can't see my fingers through there. Is that what he? Is that how he says? Is that how Wayne says it? I mean, I should say I can see a little bit of a shadow through there. It's not completely opaque, but it's pretty opaque. It's pretty hazy. So, I mean, Equilibrium, they're definitely one of the kings of the hazies, and definitely, well, it definitely looks like a New England, but the very first video I put on this channel was a Treehouse, and it was hazy, and it was classified as an American IPA. It was not classified as a New England IPA, so it could definitely go, the hazy style could definitely go both ways. And this is, like I said, see that shadow again? You can definitely see the shadow. It's not super opaque. Oh. Nose. That's very, very subtle. It's definitely a little hoppy. I would say, if anything, I would get the grapefruit the most. I'm still not always super clear on which fruits stone fruit actually entail, but definitely, if I could pick out anything that they describe this as, it would definitely be the grapefruit the most. That's definitely there. Well, it's an Equilibrium. Why not be excited about that? Let's not waste any more time and take a sip. Oh boy. You got a pencil of IPA taste like this. Definitely an IPA. Holy cow, is that dank. That has that super bright, super hoppy punch right up front. It mellows out a little bit for sure. But definitely for the most part, it's dank and bright and hoppy. It's got like that spikiness that you get from the hops a lot, where it kind of punches you in the tongue and just hangs around. That's why, as much as I love my hazies, part of me is starting to get tired of them a little bit, because they just they just annihilate your palate so much. More so than a roasty porter will, or a super tart sour will. Like the hops just kind of like, they get in there and they just attack your palate, and like that's all you get. And if you're trying to like live by variety and try several different, a few different beers while you're out, or grabbing a bunch of them when you're at the bottle shop, or if you're like one of my types on on YouTube, and you're trying to like stack out a few reviews, it's hard to like cleanse your palate after that, because you get that like attacking of the hops. I mean, it definitely stacks up as a really good IPA, but it definitely has that sense of hops going after your palate a little bit. The hops are there. The hops are super present, super punchy right up front. They get you that dank bitterness right on the tip of your tongue, right in the middle of your tongue. they hang around a little bit, but not too long. They kind of subdue. So it's not like a West Coast IPA where they're just kind of really just going at it and destroying it the whole time. So it's definitely smoother than something like that. But overall, it's very hoppy, very bright. And maybe my brain was expecting something, but maybe it was just getting confused with other half. Because I was expecting it to be very smooth and very soft, and I think I was probably just, my brain was probably just misassociating equilibrium to other half, I think. But that's what a lot of this is. It's that bright, hoppy dankness right up front, hangs around a little bit, kind of trails off, but still kind of there. And I mean, it's on par. I mean, if that's what you like, you're gonna love this. But it's that if you don't like that like bright, punchy hop right in your face type of sensation, you probably would not like the Fractal series. But there's a lot of hop heads out there. am to a degree one myself, so I could certainly appreciate it. If you want to see the rest of my reviews on IPAs, American IPAs, APAs, whatever, go back to those comments. First comment's pinned. Link in the description to the playlist of this particular style. If you like what you saw, give me a like. Go and smash that up. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so exactly when my reviews drop. If you want to recommend a beer to me or maybe even send me a beer, email me, nutmeg2palmetto@gmail.com. And if you want the rest of my daily nonsense, follow me on my social media channels, TikTok and Instagram @nutmeg2palmetto. I got a little guest here. Come on, get down, get down. And very good. Equilibrium. On par, if not something by its own standard. Cheers, folks. I'll see you next time.